Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Tavian St. Clair. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, St. Clair. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Got it near midfield, and the returner is stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard.
Blue 22.
Going with the counter play here. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30.
Here's Underwood to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Wolverines! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I better say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Number 22, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing St. Clair. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him. And in that last play, is his 10th sack of the season.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Motion from the back. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Could not make his way to the corner. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Reporting from the Wolverines sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Holly.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
Underwood. He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They need a huge play on 3rd and long.
Ready? Black 14. Black 14.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Marsh. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
You just love seeing your leaders and your best players punctuate the season, right? This quarterback, one of the best in the nation. We knew that. He threw for over 300 yards a week ago. He does it again in this game, too. And that's why a lot of people are tabbing this guy, not only to go to New York City, but to have a real shot of taking home the Heisman Trophy, playing his best football late in the year.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They go back to the hot hand. But they fed him on this drive. They want to get touches to their wide receiver, the guy that can really change the game with his speed on the outside. Nice job being aggressive in the red zone. I say aggressive, getting to the edge quickly with that little touch pass, get it to your playmaker, and letting him get a little bit of yardage.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Red 18. Red 18.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Wide 80.
Throwing, Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and and now you slip him in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Blue 85. Blue 85.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Looking for running room. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Ready.
Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the right. Makes the grab past the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Red 18.
Give to the running back. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He scores for the 5th time in this game. He's quite familiar with the end zone, his 75th career touchdown run.
You know, we're in the era in college football where there's a lot of running back by committee. This guy has been the bell cow. He's been the focal point of this offense. To stay healthy, to be consistent, and to reach that number is ridiculous.
Well, and it just shows you how special he is, because you're right. They want to throw it all over the yard in today's college football, but they continue to give it to him because he continues to find the end zone, and again, for the 75th time.
And the extra point was good. So that drive covered just 44 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. On the return, it's Parker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Look out! Out wide left, it's Roberts. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
St. Clair got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Run inside. It's Jackson. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Trying to get started. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Black 18. Black 18.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Blue 22.
Here's Underwood to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
30. Blue 30.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. A strike downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The hand to the running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd and long right here. Tavian on the play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Blue 85.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. Breaks into the open. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. Long way to go on 2nd down. Underwood. He's looking deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Tavian St. Clair stands in and takes the hit. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Running to the left. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They give it to him again. Got the 1st down. Great move. Now he's got room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Ready. Wide 80. Wide 80.
The give on the counter. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
From the gun. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Trying to establish the run, looking for room at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10.
Blue 85.
Runs through the tackle. Inside the 35. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Wolverines! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They go play action with St. Clair. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Under pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. On the return. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, this is so fun to watch these guys hype up their wide receivers. receiver. Every time they come off the field, there is yet another celebration. He has been an incredible downfield target, over 160 yards receiving, and he continues to eat. The quarterback keeps telling him, hey, you're my guy. I'm looking for you every play. They are feeding off of his energy here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Hey, he's had a great day all day today, and not a surprise why they've continued to feature him, and you've seen him make big plays. And down the stretch, we expect more of the same, don't we, guys? Like, up with the lead, ground game keeps that clock moving. You don't want to stop that thing. That clock is your friend. This defense better find some answers quick.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Caught by Williams on the right. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few. 2nd and long here. Motion from the wideout. Throwing St. Clair. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to take it back. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Wolverines sideline, with this big lead, guys, we are seeing the coaches start to reward some of the backups. That backup running back is in now, and he has earned it. Coach told me before the game, all these guys have performed well in practice. They are earning their time, and now with the big lead, he is going to reward all those players who are working so hard. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Ready? Red 54.
Sends it back in motion. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Burrowing for yardage. Shakes off the defender. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
Wide 80. Wide
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Black 18. Black 18. But hard.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Go. Hard, hard.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
30.
He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Powers forward. Touchdown, Michigan! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
When you get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. They'll move the wide receiver. St. Clair. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Looks it in. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, they are so hyped up for their running back. This star has proven that he is somebody who should be in the national conversation. Another stellar performance today, and we're not even done yet. Over 200 yards rushing. His team has the lead, and he has been someone they can lean on and count on every possession. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Ready, ready. Black 14. Black 14.
Trying to establish the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Left side is Marshall. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Underwood. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and the football back. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Running inside, it's Rodgers. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Finds a crease, it's Jackson. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit.
Number 42 in punt formation to kick it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Corrals it at the 45. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's got the first down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane, and you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
White 80. White 80.
Right back to the well. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Black 18. Black 18.
They'll run it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal.
Blue 22. Blue 22. Red 25.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trying to barge in. And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Blue 85.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down.
Number 42, on to punt it away.
Pulls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started.
Ready. White 29. White 29. Go. Put hard.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Wide receiver going in motion. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Red 80. Red 80.
On the ground with the counter. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Drives inside. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Black 18. Black 18.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short.
Ready? Blue 22. Blue 22.
Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Send the tight end in motion. Has to have it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Blue 85.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats.
Ready. White 49.
Sells to fake. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.